I get online and I talk a lot about these Keishas and how corny they are for the most part. For real, for real. Like, this is what I do. And a lot of individuals gonna be like, oh, come on, Sid. You doing too much. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. This and that. Look, a lot of individuals think that I'm just doing this stuff just for clickbait or whatnot. Is that? No, this stuff is real. It's serious. It is a serious issue. A lot of people keep bigging them up and calling them queens, calling them the first lady of the earth, calling them they have the womb of Eve and this and that, and talking about the black woman is God, which is pure blasphemy. But a lot of individuals do not want to call them out on their BS. They turn a blind eye to all of this. If you black, you call them out, you're a coon. You white, you call them out, you're a racist. If you're an outsider calling them out, you're now a tether. Please.
Now this looks like a job for me.
A lot of them ain't good mothers. A lot of them are not good mothers. Just because they decided to biologically reproduce does not make them a mother, let alone good mothers. They are not good mothers. They get with the man, mostly black men, because other races ain't checking for them. They subconsciously hate and resent him. Still have a kid with him, and they carry this vitriol towards the father. And because they can't get at the father, what do? They attack the son. And the same toxic cycle continues. They are not good mothers. And I know a few will say, well, not all black women are not good mothers. And here is why.
Mother left speechless after police arrested the son's mother. She's now charged with manslaughter of their child.
Finally. That's all I can say, finally.
This is 16-year-old Khari Gibson and his father, Christopher. New tonight, we have video Christopher says shows what happened. Rochester police say Khari fell off his mother's car back in October. A month later, he was taken off life support by his father. You can see him on the car there. Khari's mother, Anika Connor, is in the Monroe County Jail charged with manslaughter, reckless endangerment, and endangering the welfare of a child. News and NBC's Tom Kowalski spoke with his dad, who has spent the past 2 months fighting for an arrest in this case.
What was your emotions like that day?
The day this happened? I was mad. I was angry. I was a lot of things.
That's Christopher and OJ Gibson, the father and sister of 16-year-old Khari Gibson. Police say after an argument, Khari jumped on his mother's car on Breck Street in Rochester. She then took off with him still on before he fell off and went into a coma, later dying.
Where is my phone?
When you saw him in the hospital, what was that like?
Oh man, that broke me. Just thinking about it now, it broke me.
I just knew that it wasn't good. I knew that.
This is footage from the hospital after Christopher made the tough call to take his son off life support, donating his organs to those who need it.
Thank you, Jesus.
What does it mean to have him be able to help other people after his loss?
It's big. He got a legacy now. You know, like I said earlier, once before, like he's only 16 years old. He didn't have a chance to build a legacy for himself. You know, no high school graduations, no proms, no marriage, no kids. None of that stuff is gonna happen for him now. So, what's left for his legacy? You know what I mean? That's his legacy now.
Now, Christopher says he'll relentlessly pursue justice for his son.
She got to face the music for what she did to my son. And that's the bottom line.
They grow old, they never grow up. Big difference. She got into an argument with her son over a cell phone. Over a cell phone, y'all. Over a cell phone. She knew he was on the car. And she still took off. High speed. And now you have the nerve to yell at him, raising your voice, talking about why would you do that?
You twit.
Piss off. Lock her up. Throw away the key.
My mother felt like she owned us. And I remember she called me in the room and she said, "You got hair down there?" I was like, "What?
Hair down there?"
She said,
"Yeah." Pubic hair.
She said, She said, "You have hair down there." I said, "Down where? What are you talking about?" "There." And she points at my private. I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And she said, "Pull it down. Let me see. Pull your pants down." "What?" "Pull your pants down. Let me see." Man, I'll never forget it. You know, pull them down. I'm looking out the window. I'm just like trying to be somewhere, anywhere other than here. But it was that extreme religious control vibe where it was like, I control you to the point where I could just make you pull your pants down, inspect you. And listen, I don't think it wasn't sexual in nature, but it was definitely abusive in nature. And it was to let me know that I run this.
It's this perception that you only get one mother. All mothers are good. All mothers are victims, and that BS. I'm not trying to hear any of that. I know it's a lot of individuals who listen to him testify this exact story, and there was no remorse. There was no sympathy. It was all mockery and ridicule and jest. That's all. This is how much men are not respected in the West, most especially black men. I told you these mothers are abusive, most especially the black mothers. This is what black men go through, black boys go through. This is exactly the cautionary tale of these abusive mothers. Huh? Hey, you think that's all? You bugging.
Once told me I was fighting for her approval, for her to tell me she was proud or happy, but she never would, so I stayed angry. Explain that to me.
When she always telling you you're gonna lose, or you're not good enough, or you're gonna get your ass kicked, or things like that, it's like, okay, when I win this tournament, she's gonna say congratulations, or good job, or I'm proud of you. But it never happened.
What he remembers is all those years wanting for you to say,
I love you.
Yes. You didn't do it.
Nope. I grew up not liking the word. Why? I don't know. Never liked the hugs growing up as a kid. Never liked nobody to kiss me growing up as a kid, and it just grew with me as I got older.
She hate that word. She said love is pain. Her support was in a different type of way, you know. It was in a negative way, but when I got older, I noticed that it was her negative way that pushed me to be great.
Random hypothetical. What if he did not turn out to be this great Bud Crawford as we know him to be today? Will she take back them words and say, good job, son, at least you tried? Or will she go and take the extreme route and say, you see, I knew you weren't gonna turn out to be shit. They traumatize their own kids because they went through trauma of their own, so that they'll say to themselves, oh well, at least I'm not alone in this. Pathetic, miserable bums.
You give some of the credit to your mother, and I want to preface this with you and your mother have a very good relationship today. But I was reading a backstory about you, Terrence, and it broke my heart because it says that your mom, when you were a little boy, would pay kids to try to beat you up. And I say try because nobody ever did. She would pay them $10 to beat you up. She would never hug you. She would never say, I love you. She would never encourage you. This was all part of the way to make you tougher. Did that work for you? And how did you feel as a little kid?
Well, my mom, you know, she dealt with different traumas and
in her life,
things in her life, so that would led her to be that way that she is. You know, I love my mom. I'm a mama's boy, and to hear the things that my mom used to say to me and the little kids that she used to try to get to beat me and with the gloves and stuff like that, it just made me more hungry.
More hungry?
You know, hungry, like, man, my mom going against me, I'm gonna prove her wrong. You know, my mom said I can't do this, I'm gonna go do it anyway because she don't believe in it.
I can't. But did it make you angry?
Of course.
It did.
I was angry, but I feed off of that. You know, I feed off of the non-believers. I feed off of the people that say I can't do something when I believe I can. So I think that's something that she knew at an early age because I was so competitive at an early start in my youth. So I think she just used that to
motivate you.
To motivate.
Now,
It broke
Terrence,
my heart though, Terrence.
Yeah, well, I want to stay there for a second. And like Gil said, you guys have a good relationship right now. But the reason I want you to kind of dive a little bit deeper is because there are kids that are dealing with the same type of parenting. And they don't know why their mom or their dad doesn't validate them or tell them that they're proud of them. They look in the mirror and they don't feel full because they're not getting the same type of love. So what would be your advice to those kids that might be growing up in a similar circumstance as you?
I don't know. It's kind of hard because every kid is different.
Right.
You know, I still deal with childhood trauma from those moments, from me and my mom. And me and my mom, you know, we've talked, we've got into it about it. You know, it's heartbreaking because, you know, that's the woman that birthed you. That's my first love. You know, it's my mom, you know, and for her to treat me the way that she was treating me, you know, not because of she didn't love me, it's because of what she was dealt with.
Right.
And,
hurt people.
Yeah. And it just like, I wouldn't wish that on no kid.
Same here, bro. I would not wish that on no kid, too. It is what it is. Congratulations, champ. Kudos to you. And this is why a lot of black men, moving out to other races. Yo, black men, if you want to go out there and have your white or a Hispanic or an Asian woman, go on ahead and do it. No apologies.
No funny shit. People don't understand how much of a privilege it is to be a part of someone's life and a journey until they standing on the outside wishing that they didn't take it for granted. Disrespecting authentic people is never the move you should make because you're going to be the only one looking stupid in the end.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Respect.